Who wants to play this, Martin or Paul? Entertainment.
Well, the fickle finger of fate is pointing directly in our centre.
Martin.
And it's going to be Martin.
OK, who would you like to play from? The Eggheads, CJ, Judith and Kevin have played. Down that end, then, Chris or Daphne?
Well, we've identified another weakness. And anything this side of about 1975, Chris seems to struggle with. So, I think it will be Martin against Chris.
That late? I'd say it's earlier than that.
1950.
Yeah, 1950. OK, Martin and Chris, would you please take your positions in the question room? So, Martin, would you like to go first or second?
Being as it's worked so well for us so far, I think... yeah, I'll go first.
Martin, your question. Trigger and Uncle Albert are characters in which TV sitcom? Only Fools and Horses, Yes Minister, or One Foot in the Grave?
It's not One Foot in the Grave. Well, and Yes Minister's one of my favourites. It's certainly not that. It's Only Fools and Horses.
It most certainly is. That's the right answer. Easing you in, I think, there. Chris, who played Kevin McAllister in the 1990 film Home Alone? Corey Feldman, Haley Joel Osment, or Macaulay Culkin?
It wasn't Corey Feldman. I think Haley Joel Osment is even now a bit too young to have been around in 1990, so it's Macaulay Culkin.
Home Alone? Yeah, it is Macaulay Culkin, that's right. One each. Martin, second question. Which Beatles song features the line, "Children at your feet, wonder how you manage to make ends meet"? Eleanor Rigby, Lady Madonna, or Hey Jude?
That's Lady Madonna.
It most certainly is. Lady Madonna, Children at Your Feet. 2 to you. OK, Chris, your second question. Which comedian was part of the 1980s band Siona Dancing before he became a comedian? Ricky Gervais, Phil Jupitus, or Harry Hill?
Now, I don't think it was Harry Hill, because he trained as a doctor before he turned as a comedian. I don't see Ricky Gervais in a band at all, but Phil Jupitus does still do a bit with the music scene, so I'll say it's Phil Jupitus.
OK, Phil Jupitus, a musician before he was a comedian. No, it's Ricky Gervais. Ricky Gervais was in Shauna Dancing. So, there we are. Martin, "We Represent the Lollipop Guild" is a lyric from a musical number in which film? Dr. Dolittle, The Wizard of Oz, or Calamity Jane?
I don't recall it in The Wizard of Oz. I'll go for Dr. Dolittle.
OK, Dr. Dolittle. It's incorrect, Martin. It's The Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz. We represent the Lollipop Guild. OK. So a chance to level it. Chris, who was the lead female vocalist on Groove Jets, If This Ain't Love, a UK #1 hit single for Spiller in the year 2000? Sophie Ellis-Bextor, Dido, or Emma Bunton?
Well, Groove Jet was Sophie Ellis-Bextor.
It is the right answer, Chris. Yes, you're getting better on your female vocalists and singers and bands, which means we go to sudden death. That's 2 apiece. And you know what that means then, Martin? Can't give you any more choices to look at. The films One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, The China Syndrome, and Hard Promises were co-produced by which Hollywood actor?
Oh, the only one I know was One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, because I think his father wanted the lead part. Let's say Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas? Mm-hmm. You say his father, what, Kirk, wanted the lead part? Mm-hmm. It's the right answer. Yeah. Michael Douglas is correct. Well done, Martin. Great answer. OK, you've got to get this then, Chris. In 1999, Jon Stewart became the anchorman for which US satirical show?
What's it called? The Day Today.
No, it's not. It's incorrect. It's The Daily Show, not The Day Today. The Daily Show, which I think you knew, but that's not the answer you gave me, which means you're not playing in the final round. Martin, you've made it through. You'll be playing for the money today. Would you both please come back and join your teams? So this is what we've been playing towards. It's time for the final round, which, as always, is general knowledge. But I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be allowed to take part in this round. So Simon, Bill and Andy from Beer and Skittles and Chris from the Eggheads, would you all leave the studio now, please? So, Martin and Paul, you're playing to win Beer and Skittles, £5,000. Judith, Kevin, CJ and Daphne, you're playing for something which money can't buy, the Eggheads' reputation. As usual, I will ask each team 3 questions in turn. This time the questions are all general knowledge, just to confirm that for you, Beer and Skittles, and you are allowed to confer. Martin and Paul, the question is, are your 2 brains better than the Eggheads' 4 brains? And Martin and Paul, do you want to go first or second?
Go first.
All right, OK.
Shall we go first?
Oh, we'll go first again.
Good luck. It's general knowledge, as I said. Here's your first question. Smeaton's Tower, a former lighthouse and now a museum, stands in an area known as the Hoe in which southwest city? Exeter, Plymouth or Truro?
Yeah.
Smeaton's Tower, a former lighthouse and now a museum, stands in an area known as the Hoe in which southwest city?
Well, by happy chance, I used to live in Plymouth. And I've been up Smeaton's Tower, so it's definitely Plymouth.
Yeah, absolutely right, yes. No doubts at all. Plymouth is correct. OK, Eggheads, the Blenheim orange is a variety of which fruit? Apple, pear or plum? The Blenheim orange is a variety of which fruit?
That's an apple, Dermot.
It is. The Blenheim orange is a variety of apple. So a second question for each team. Beer and Skittles. Which item of clothing derives its name from the Spanish word for shade? Is it sombrero, poncho or espadrille? Which item of clothing derives its name from the Spanish word for shade?
Well, you'd think it would be the hat. Oh, we're gonna go for sombrero.
OK. Not as certain as you were with Plymouth there.
Not quite.
You haven't worn one, then?
No.
It is sombrero. It's correct. 2 out of 2. Eggheads, in the Super Mario Brothers series of video games, what is the name of Mario's brother? Luigi, Giuseppe or Marco? In the Super Mario Brothers series of video games, what is the name of Mario's brother?
I'm told it's Luigi.
Now, who's told you this? One of your grandchildren or CJ?
CJ.
Same thing, really, isn't
Yes,
it?
yeah.
Luigi is the right answer. OK, back again. Another pair of questions. Beer and Skittles. In 2003, which singer launched a fashion range called Lamb, which stands for Love Angel Music Baby? Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera or Gwen Stefani? In 2003, which singer launched a fashion range called Lamb, L-A-M-B, which stands for Love Angel Music Baby?
Has Gwen Stefani been around that long?
Yeah, she's gone so long, hasn't she? So, don't really.
I just think the Love Angel music, but it just sounds Christina Aguilera to me, but
Could, yeah.
we're gonna have a try at Christina Aguilera.
OK, Christina Aguilera, Love Angel Music Baby. It is Gwen Stefani. Gwen Stefani. Lamb, Love Angel Music Baby. Well, it might not be over. Eggheads, can you tell me what was the name of the wooden sword presented to Roman gladiators who'd won their freedom? Is it the Fiscales, the Rudis, or the Fuscina?
I can't even.
Any idea? Any idea?
It's fiscalis to do with money, you know, from
Well,
that sort
possibly.
of
I mean, that's the only sort of
Yeah, but is it?
tenuous.
There's no clue there for freedom, is there?
No.
What was the name of the wooden sword presented to Roman gladiators who had won their freedom?
We can't get anything out of the other two, so I
Kevin
think,
wants to go for Fuscalis.
without actually having a clue as to whether that's right or not. Fiscales, it's possible. Fiscal.
What, as just a reward?
Yeah.
Okay.
No idea. No
Okay.
idea.
Not heard of it.
No,
Really?
never heard of it.
Can I have an answer, please?
Fiscales.
It's Rudis, the one you didn't even think about. Rudis. There we are. So a let-off. Well, if you'd known your Lamb fashion range, you'd have got the money and beaten the Eggheads. But it means we go to sudden death. Anything can still happen. The Eggheads shaken there. So your question then, your sudden death question, Beer and Skittles. What is the name of the offspring from a male lion and a tigress? What is the name of the offspring from a male lion and a tigress?
Margaret, I think. We think that's a liger.
Is that your answer?
That's,
A liger is absolutely correct. A liger. A tigon is a lioness and a male tiger. There we are. A male lion and a tigress. Listen very closely then. Got the right answer. A liger. So, Eggheads, you get this wrong, it's over for you. Which Hindu god is often portrayed as the lord of the dance?
No choices.
No.
Krishna or Shiva. It's one or the other.
Oh. Shiva.
Definitely said fish.
No, well, no. That's the first thing that came in.
Is it one of the big three?
Well, hold on.
Can we have it again, Dermot? Sorry.
Which Hindu god is often portrayed as the lord of the dance?
Why Shiva? She was the goddess of destruction and rebirth.
No.
She
no.
was a man.
Shiva's male.
What's his...
I don't know if I'd really describe... Well, Krishna is a god, I suppose, but... Lord of the dance. Should know this. Simply should know it.
What other Hindu gods are there?
Well, you know, I think it's one of those two.
Yes, well, I'm sure it's one of those two.
Yes. I think it's Shiva in that case. Well, I think
Shiva or Krishna?
Vishnu.
Shiva or Krishna?
Shiva.
Krishna's a young man.
I think...
No, sorry, you're saying Vishnu.
Yeah.
We're not talking about Vishnu, we're talking about Shiva
Not Vishnu.
or Krishna.
I don't think it's Vishnu.
Okay.
I don't think it's Vishnu. I think it's either Shiva or Krishna.
Krishna then.
What are we thinking, Eggheads? Can I have an answer, please?
We've got it down to 2, if that helps.
We're absolutely
I
split
need
on
an
this.
answer.
Why do you think it's
Your time's
Krishna?
up. Lord of the dance, please. Which Hindu god is often portrayed as the lord of the dance?
All right,
I
okay.
mean, my
all right.
instinct would be against Shiva, but I don't know.
All right, okay.
What are we saying?
We go Krishna.
Oh, Lord.
Krishna.
Krishna.
Yes.
What did you say, Kevin?
Shiva.
It's Shiva. You've lost, Eggheads. You won £5,000, beer and Skittles. How does that feel? You must have thought when you got the lamb question wrong, there you were waiting for them to put the knife in or put the wooden sword in.